What's up, everyone? It's your boy El Gato Negro. We are here in downtown Escondido, my pride and joy, my city. And today we're going to begin a new series highlighting North County's local talent. Today I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Spikavelli.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Mr. Spikavelli, could you please let the Black Cat Army know who you are, what you do, and what we're doing here today?
So I go by the name of Spikavelli. I'm the owner of Out the Mud, and I've been doing this for like 2 years, ups and downs, but you know, just try and grind every day, you know, live day by day, but do the most every day, you know. Pretty much it, man. Like,
and for those who don't know, what is Out the Mud?
Out the Mud is like, well, what I'm trying to represent is like the people that been struggling or were struggling, try and make it out the struggle. So it's out the mud. You know, you're not trying to get stuck in the struggle, you're trying to make it out the struggle. So it's out the mud for me.
And how did you come up with that?
To be honest, I started with like 5 names. I started with like, since I'm raised in Vista, I started with Vista Lifestyle and Out the Door. First, originally it was like Out the Door, you know, and then I started with another name, Vista Preem.
Okay.
It was since I'm raised in Vista, but it was something to do with Vista, you know, like something to do with Vista. But one day I was doing a logo for Out the Door, and you know, I was in my room. I was drinking a couple tall cans, you know?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it just slipped, like out the mud, like. And then I was like, it has a flow to it, so I was like, man. So I started making a logo for Out the Mud, and I liked the sound of it, and I was like, man, like, I'm just gonna stick to.
It felt right.
Yeah, it felt right, you know? And I was like, so I just went with it, and I made like 5 logos, went down to 3 logos, and then went down to 1 logo, and then that was my first logo ever.
And in that process, right, before you got to Out the Mud, you as the owner, you see 4 logos that didn't work out, 4 things.
Right.
However, as an entrepreneur, was there ever a time where you were like, man, is this ever gonna work?
Yeah, I gotta make it work, you know, like I have to be positive, because I'm like, I've been waiting for this for like, I've been wanting to do this for like the past 6 years, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, I have a son, 5-year-old son. And so when I got with this mom, like I just ended up putting everything to the side, you know, and didn't work out between me and her. So after that, like, it took me like another year to actually like process everything, you know, what I gotta do. I did my research, and then after that I just started coming up with names.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I gotta make it happen, because I mean, I work at 95, so I was like, I don't want to work at 95 for the rest of my life.
Correct.
So I was like, I gotta make something happen, make it happen.
100%.
Every day I was just like, as long as I come up with a name every day, write it down, and then when I come with 5 names, I'm like, all right, I gotta pick something up.
Yeah.
And then start with the logo. And then once I started with the logo, I started doing research around North County, just to see who does screen printed, because I didn't want to do no like heat press, you know?
Yeah.
So I was trying to get the good quality. So I ended up meeting my boy Garage Prince, Luis, you know, shout out to Luis. And then I had another guy, forgot his Instagram name. I think it was like a Garage or something. I forgot his name, but so I was trying to just make like 10 shirts or 8 shirts, but technically they only do like 15 and up. Okay. So I was like, it was out of my budget at that time, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, like, but homeboy Lewis, he's like, oh, I got you, man. Like,
whatever you need.
Yeah, like, I got you. Like, I usually don't do this, but I got you. And I was like, all right, cool, you know? So after that, like
Everything just kind of took off.
took off, man. Like I gave him my first design, PDF design, PNG, like all that stuff. Cause I'm a graphic designer too, you know. So I've been doing graphic designs for like since high school, you know.
Okay,
But so I had it in my DNA already.
Yeah.
I already had a clue what to do. I just had to do some research, and after that, it just took off with my first drop. It was it just fucking took off, man. Like, but I did take a break, man. Like, cause I have a son, so I was like him in school and all that, you know. And
on that topic, right, man? Because I mean, you mentioned a lot of things right now, right? And one of the biggest things that not a lot of men come back from is a breakup, right? So with a breakup, a lot of the times we don't bounce back, man. We were emotionally hurt. There was financial struggle, you know, emotional struggle. There's a kid in between.
Right.
What was your number one reason and I guess weapon to get you out of that dark space, man?
To be honest, my son, man, like he was a couple months old, man, like, and I was like, man, like when I was depressed out of that, you know, like I was like, man, I don't want to do nothing. Like I'll pick up my son from his mom's house, and I'm like, I just wanted to be with him, you know. But I'm like, dude, like I can't be doing this. Like I gotta do something. Like I can't, like I gotta do something with my life, you know. I have a son now, and he's my reason to what I'm doing right now, you know. And he's the one that gave me the strength and everything, you know, like. So I was like, man, I gotta do something. Like, I can't just give up right now.
You got to give him something. Like, hey, Dad did that.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking on that, right? So, Out the Mud is the creation on the clothing line. How do you tie that into your music?
To my music, I mean, to be honest, like,
what brand does that represent, right? Because I'm assuming the music speaks to the brand of Out the Mud, right?
Yeah.
So how do you keep that as an artist correlated to make sure that the music goes hand in hand with your clothing brand?
Well, bro, I didn't even do music like that, bro. Like, you know, I just do it for fun. And but I got homies that actually go in the studio, you know. Like, I only have my home studio at home. I invite the homies over and just to have fun, you know, like. But I mean, technically, like, I don't really compare it to my clothing brand.
Okay.
You know, it's just separated because I don't really take music as serious right now.
Okay.
You know?
And is there a reason, or is it just because music is like a passion?
Mean, just a passion, you know. I mean, technically, later on, I will, but right now, like, it's just for fun right now, you know, like.
Because you love it.
Yeah.
And how important is that, right? Because that's, to me, that's what boxing is. To me, is what I love.
Right.
I put no pressure on it.
Right.
Sometimes I haven't even gotten paid to fight. Like, for the simple reason of me trying to prove a point to every kid here in Escondido that they can do it too, right?
Right.
So, being that music is your passion,
right?
How do you grab that passion energy and then you put that into the clothing brand?
It's it's artists. Everything is like art, you know. So, whatever vibe that I have that day, you know, like if I go to my room and I want to record something, I gotta hear the beat, you know, and my thoughts too, you know, like. And when I do graphic designs, when I'm on my laptop, my MacBook Pro, I open Photoshop and I'm like, how am I feeling today? Like, what do I remember from doing this week, or how am I feeling? You know, like, or if I make a song throughout the day or the week, and I hear the lyrics in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna design this, you know, because this is what I'm vibing to right now. You know, so that's what I go by, you know.
And on those days, right? Like, let's say on a day that you're feeling angry, what do those designs look like?
It'll be like some aggressive stuff, like it'll talk, you know. The art talks.
It pops out.
It pops out, you know. You know, you see it. I'll probably throw like a bulldog growling or something, you know, saying Out the Mud. You just gave me an idea, right?
You got to throw a black cat out there,
black cat,
boy.
Exactly, you know.
And where is your vision for your brand right? Because being from North County,
But
what footprint do you want, and what change do you want to see through your brand? With the people
so my
wearing
brand,
your
like,
brand?
I just want to be for the community, even for kids, you know. When I started, I was throwing guns and all that, but I'm like, dude, like, kids can't rock that at
Yeah.
school neither, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta stop with that. So I started making some changes, you know. So I want the kids to wear my shirts.
Yeah.
I want it to be worldwide.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even put Vista at first, because I'm like, dude, I don't want to be stuck in Vista.
Correct.
You know.
Correct.
So I was like, I went with Out the Door. From Out the Door, I went to Out the Mud.
Yeah.
You know, Out the Mud, it has like a flow to it, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I want to represent the people, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, people that actually made it out, you know.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
so that's the thing, and I just want everyone. I want to walk around, and I want to see people wearing my shirt, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know?
sir. And so far, what has been the most popular design, the best-selling product? What is it that Out the Mud produces the best?
Right now, the best. I mean, I only got like 5 drops. The first one was the original Out the Mud. The second one was The World Is Yours, which I did a collab with my boy Hugo Deluxe,
Nice.
and that one did some sales. That was a lot of people's favorite shirt, you know.
And what was it about that one that you think that made it pop?
The colors, the design. The designer has like, I mean, I made a crazy ass logo for Out the Mud, and it says Deluxe, and then it says The World Is Yours, but it has like some stars popping out,
Okay.
and it kind of looks vintage, you know. But it's like
Okay.
hot pink and like a sky blue
Interesting.
and white, you know.
So what it sounds like is that you can design the Black Hat's next fight package. Then,
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah, yeah.
All right, all right.
Of course, we'll talk
Yes,
about it,
sir,
man.
yes,
You know?
sir. All right, that
Yeah,
sounds,
yeah, we'll do
that sounds
something.
good to me, man.
Yeah,
And could you give us any highlights on yourself? What your ultimate dream outside of clothing and music? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years, I want to like, I mean, of course, I want to be doing my clothing brand, but I do want to do entrepreneur, like build my own studio, you know, and rent it out, and you know, like just how I invite all my homies
Yeah.
to my pad and freestyle, or they have a track ready. Like, I want to do that, but in a professional studio, you know.
Correct. Correct.
And I want to like pretty much have a warehouse, you know, have like my clothing brand, studio time, you know, and like a little lounge where we could all kick it, you
Hang
know,
out and just kind of
you know, vibe
network
out,
and-
yeah,
and work
network
together.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
yeah, yeah.
something like that, you know. But I mean, I just gotta work hard, man. Like, come
sir.
with different things, and right now, like, I'm not just focused in clothing, like shirts. I want to do like pants. I want to do keychains, like
Accessories,
accessories,
all that
you know,
fun
like
stuff.
mugs,
Yeah.
keychains,
Yeah, yeah.
like a lot of different stuff, man. Like, cause I want to be like an entrepreneur too, you know. Like, I want to make different things and then evolve,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You know, like that way. I mean, I got so many ideas, dude. Like, you
That
know,
you
even
just
like
go on
you
forever.
know how Supreme does different
Yeah.
things,
Yeah. Yeah.
different seasons, different drops. Like, one of my homeboys, shout out to Ruckus. He does photography, but he follows Supreme so much. He tells me, man, every season you gotta drop something different, bro. Like, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm all in for ideas, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
all my friends tell me their ideas, and I'm like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll probably do this, you know.
And now that we are where we are and you are here today, right? What would you tell yourself 10 years ago when you wanted to quit?
Yeah, don't give up, man. Like, there's always negative around the world, you know. But always follow your dreams, man. Like, no matter what you're going through, no matter if you're sad or whatever the situation is, man, there's always gonna be something positive going on. Cause, I mean, if you stay like in a negative way, like you're just gonna be having negative thoughts, negative like flashbacks, all that, you know. But like, don't give up. I would tell myself, don't give up, because I mean, for example, for me, like, I mean, it was a good reason and it was a bad reason for me to put my stuff to the side when I ended up like with my baby mama. But I did it for a good reason, because I was trying to be a family man. Correct. But I put my hustle, my dreams to the side, you know. And I would tell myself like, I shouldn't do that.
Correct. And,
you know.
And how did that feel, right? Because I mean, I can go ahead and assume that in your mind you did the right thing. This is what I'm supposed to do according to what the world tells me. Right. Be a full-time dad. Now it's time to lock in. At what day did you start realizing that it was eating you?
When I was already in too deep, man. And I was like, dude, like I miss doing this, man. Like my son was like born already. Especially when my son was born, I was like, dude, like I gotta do something for my kid, you know. And I was like, dude, like I don't want to be working on 95 for the rest of my life. So I was like, man, like, but I can't do it because I'm a family man, you know. And I was like, dude, like, and I would tell my baby mama, I was like, man, like, can I just make a little office? She's like, oh, we don't have room. And we technically didn't have no room, bro. Like, and I was like, fuck, like, and in my mind, I was like, what if I rent a storage, you know? But it was just too out of my budget.
And let's go ahead and for imagination's sakes, right?
Yeah.
If she would have supported you then, if she would have said, hey, sweetie, you know what? Fuck it. Let's clear this corner right here. We'll pull up some fucking drywall. We might get in trouble. Who cares?
Right.
We'll build your office here.
But
where would you be?
I'll be fucking glad, man. Like, I would have been.
And where would you be?
Probably even farther than where I'm at then, you know?
Do you think that breakup would have happened?
I feel like, yeah, eventually, you know. Not trying to disrespect or like, you know, talk down on anybody, but I mean, we're already like in bad terms, you know, so.
And let's say, right, this is all imagination.
Yeah,
the reason I'm asking these questions is there's a lot of men in this situation, man,
right,
where it's what they're supposed to do or what the world tells them they should do versus what they are actually from God called to do, right? So let's say things would have turned around and you would have been able to get the family out of that situation. Do you think she would have changed with you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she would see like the process, me growing, business growing,
the results, right?
The results,
the achievements.
Yeah, so she would be like, hey, it wasn't a bad idea. So I'm pretty sure she wouldn't turn back and say, oh, fuck, like, you know. It'll be a good process, you know.
100%. And for all our young ladies over there, right?
Yeah.
Because we do have a lot of young ladies as viewers.
Right.
What would be your message to them on how to support their man?
Man, if they have a dream, just communicate with them. And if they have a vision, support them. You know, don't block that vision from them, because a lot of people around here have a lot of visions, man. Like a lot of potential. So support them. That's all I could say. Support them. And especially if you have a dream, the girl has a dream too, you know, and they're supporting you. Why not support them too?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So.
Oh, that's good, bro. I appreciate that. And now we asked the past, the present. Now let's imagine ourselves in the future, right?
Right.
Out the Mud is a multi-million-dollar company.
Right.
Let's say fuck around, you start a music label. You didn't even become an artist.
Fuck it,
it's popping. Your son is right now 18 years old. What's your message to him? What did dad do? And what is in front of him?
My message to my son, if he was 18 years old right now, I would tell him, man, like, study, grind hard, you know, stay focused, don't get distracted, you know, because there's a lot of distractions everywhere, you know. So stay focused. Do what you love doing, you know. If it's not what I'm trying to show you, if you have something else, then follow the dream, you know, but do your research, you know. And I'll support him, you know. At the end of the day, I'll support him. 'Cause he's my son, he's my blood, and whatever he wants to do, like, I'm gonna be there 100%, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
and before we close out, any special things that we should be looking out for the next drop? I know we got a Gato Negro drop coming
Yeah,
without the mud.
yeah.
That's for sure gonna
For
happen.
sure, it's locked in. It's locked
What
in.
else? What else do we got to look out for you, man?
So I have a pop out next month on July. I want to say 17. It's gonna be in Oceanside, Sounds by the Sea. It's like a bar right there,
Okay.
and so I'm in a promotion team with Fourth Quarter Radio.
Okay.
So shout out to my boys from Fourth Quarter Radio and shit, you know. So we throw events, we promote and all that. So luckily my homeboy Hugo, he talks to the owners and shit, and he invites vendors.
Okay.
You know, since I'm in the team already, I'm already in for free right there, and I
Nice.
put my canopy,
Nice.
my table,
Nice,
and
nice.
put all my shirts.
Okay.
I'll be dropping. The plan is to drop girl shirts, girl merchandise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be on it, and the plan is to have girl shirts at the event,
Okay.
at the pop-up.
Perfect. Perfect.
Designs will be showing up on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's gonna be Out the Mud.
Well, Mr. Spikavelli,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
been a pleasure to get to know you.
Yeah, thank you
Can't
for
wait
having
to
me,
drop this,
man.
brother. Any last closing remarks? Anything? Any last message you want to send out to Black Cat Army here?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just want to give a shout out to my boys, Hugo Deluxe, Shy Boy, Persian, Ruckus, my son Peanut, everybody in Vista, Esco, San Marcos, everywhere. You know, you just wait for my next drops, man. Follow me on Instagram. You'll see what's up. And we're trying to make big things for Upper County, you
Yes,
know?
sir. Yes, sir.
You know,
Well, thank you
so-
so much, brother. It was great
Yeah,
meeting
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We'll
Great
be in
meeting you.
touch, all right, man?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
All right,
You know?
Black Hat Army. This is your boy El Gato Negro. We are here wrapping up our first session of interviewing North County, right out of the heart of Escondido on Grand Avenue.
Yup.
We're gonna finish these coffees and keep our Friday going, because as much as we wish we could stop by a cruising Grand today, we got 20 rounds of sparring. So I'll see you later, boys.
Peace.